I'm stuck with a question. Can you guys help me with that? So the question is, A asked B to kill C for rupees 5 lakh and in return, A will sell his house worth rupees 1 crore to B for rupees 10 lakh only. Now, is this contract a valid contract? Also, there are two situations attached to this question. Situation 1 says that B denied to kill C. So, can A sue B for not killing C? That means, can he take B to the court? Whether such contracts are enforceable by law? The second situation is where B has killed C and then B goes to A and asks him for the house and pays him rupees 10 lakhs. Now, A denies to sell this house in rupees 10 lakhs, rather he wants the entire amount, that is rupees 1 crore. So, can B sue A in this case, and whether such contract is a valid contract? Hello everyone, I'm Megha, and in this video we are going to cover different types of contracts. Contracts are classified on the basis of three different categories. The first basis is the validity or the enforceability, under which there are 5 categories. First is a valid contract, second is void contract, third is voidable contract, fourth is illegal contract, and fifth unenforceable contract. And the next classification is on the basis of formation, which includes express contracts, implied contracts, quasi-contracts and e-com contracts, that is the e-commerce contracts. And the last category is on the basis of performance, where there are only 2 categories, that is executed contracts and executory contracts. So without any further delay, we are going to discuss the first type of contract in this category is a valid contract. An agreement which is binding and is enforceable by law is called a valid contract. That means an agreement which is specifying all the conditions that are laid down in section 10 is known as a valid contract once it becomes enforceable by law. For example, if I ask you whether you'll buy my laptop for rupees 30,000 and you said yes, I'll buy your laptop for rupees 30,000, then such a contract is a valid contract because all the conditions are satisfied here. Here we have an offer which got accepted, then we had a consideration, and such agreement is enforceable by law because it is allowed to trade in goods. So, all the conditions that are given in section 10 are satisfied, and also the consideration and the object are lawful here. So all the conditions are satisfied, thus it is a valid contract. So the next category of contracts that we are going to discuss here is a void contract. Void contracts are those contracts which ceases to be enforceable by law. In other words, void contracts are those contracts which are valid when entered into, but due to some unforeseen conditions or situations, these contracts become void and are no longer enforceable by law. And also the point to be noted here is when a contract is not enforceable by law, it cannot be termed as a contract any longer, rather it is just an agreement because it is not enforceable by law. But for the sake of classification, these contracts are known as void contracts. Let's understand void contracts better with the help of an example. A music company hired A to perform in the musical night, but on the day of concert, A met with a severe accident and died. So, now in such a case, the contract has become void because one of the parties to the contract is no longer there, and this is a contract which has to be executed by the parties to the contract itself only. That means nobody else can sing on behalf of A. That is why such contract stands null and void. But when it was entered, it was a valid and a sound contract. So the next category that we are going to discuss here is a voidable contract, an agreement which is enforceable by law at the option of one or more parties thereto, but not at the option of other or others, is known as a voidable contract. Now you all must be wondering what am I speaking and might be finding it difficult to understand. Some of you might be confused. What exactly is she trying to convey? In simple words, we can say that a voidable contract is one where one of the parties to the agreement is in a position or is legally entitled or authorized to avoid performing his part. Then the agreement is treated and becomes voidable. Basically, voidable contracts are the one which come into existence without free consent of one of the parties to the contract, and the party who has been aggrieved has the right to get the contract enforced or get it void. We'll understand this better with the help of an example. A sold his disputed land to B for rupees 1 crore, but he did not disclose to B that his land is disputed. So upon knowing that the land was disputed, B can go to the court and get the contract to be declared as void, or he may continue to keep the land and try to resolve the disputes. So the choice lies with B, whether he wishes to continue with the contract or he wants to end the contract, because the facts were not disclosed to him. Let's take another example. A sold his disputed house to B for rupees 1 crore, but he did not tell B that the house was disputed. So upon knowing the fact that house was disputed, now B has two options. He can continue with the contract, or he can resign the contract or bring the contract to an end by going to the court of law, and thus the contract can be declared as void. Now, since B is the aggrieved party here, as a fraud was committed against him, he was not given all the facts, thus he has the option whether he wishes to continue with the contract or whether he wants to give up on the contract. So the next category of contracts that we are going to learn about is the illegal contracts. Illegal contracts are those contracts which the law forbids to be made. In simple words, illegal contracts are those contracts which the law does not allow a person to enter into. And not only that, these contracts are not enforceable by law. Also, the contracts which are connected to these contracts are also not enforceable by law. And all the illegal agreements are void in nature, but all void agreements are not illegal. Now we'll understand this with the help of an example. If I offer to sell 10 kgs of drugs to you for rupees 2 crores, then it is an illegal contract because selling of drugs is not permissible by law. To understand the illegal contracts better, now we'll take the help of the question that we discussed in the beginning of this video, wherein A had asked B to kill C. In return, he would be selling his house worth rupees 1 crore to B for rupees 10 lakhs only. Now, the first question that I asked you there was, is this a contract, a valid contract? So the answer is no, because killing someone is not permissible by law. So this contract is not valid. Now let's come to the second part of the contract, wherein A is saying that he will sell his house worth rupees 1 crore to B for rupees 10 lakhs. Is this contract a valid contract? Yes, everybody must be thinking selling a house is normal, and if you're selling it at a lesser price, that's totally your choice that at how much price you wish to sell your property. So this is a valid contract, but since it is attached with an invalid contract, so this valid contract also becomes an invalid contract, and thus both these contracts are not enforceable in the court of law. The second contract being valid in every single term is not enforceable in the court of law because it is a connected contract. So if B refuses to kill C, A cannot sue him in the court of law. In the same manner, if A refuses to sell his house for rupees 10 lakh, B cannot take him to the court because he had murdered somebody on behalf of A, and then he is asking for the house for rupees 10 lakhs. So thus, because these contracts are interconnected, so both the contracts become void and thus cannot be executed in the court of law. Now the last type of contract here is unenforceable contract. An unenforceable contract is a contract which is a sound contract in every term but due to some technical mistake, it becomes unenforceable. That is, it cannot be enforced in the court of law. The example of an unenforceable contract can be A made a contract with B to sell him 10 kgs of rice by the 7th of next month, but before the delivery date, there were severe floods in the state and the entire crop got destroyed. So in such a case, both the parties cannot bind each other to execute their part of the contract. That means A cannot force B to sell 10 kgs of rice. In the same manner, B cannot ask A to give the money irrespective of the fact that he has delivered the rice or not. So these are unenforceable contracts wherein both the parties cannot sue upon each other in case of non-execution of the contract. So that's all for this video, and this topic is not the part of your syllabus, but we have taken this topic into discussion as there was a question from this topic in the year December 19. So thus it makes it important for us to cover this topic as well. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. For further details on our online course, visit our website. The link for the website is given in the description below. And for regular updates on UGC Net, follow us on our social media handles. Oh, wait. In case you have not seen part 1 of Indian Contract Act, then do watch it here now.